Welcome to the Coding Loft. In today's video you will learn how to reverse a string in JavaScript. As you might know, unfortunately there is not just one method that would reverse a string right away, so we have to build it ourselves. So first we will look at the basic solution, understanding how this works, and then second we will create a reusable function that you can reuse again and again to reverse any string that you put in. To get started, I have a string which says const string equals, this is some text string, and then this reverse string is empty right now, but we want to add the reverse string in there. The way that this works is that we iterate over the string, and for every character inside of this string we want to get the opposite index. So in the first iteration of 0 we don't want t, but we want g instead. And here's how we would do that. So we write a simple for loop. We say for var I equals 0 and I is smaller than string.length. And with each iteration we increase I by 1, so I++. And as I said, with each iteration we want the opposite of the current number. So we create a reversed index, which is string.length minus whatever I is. And just to see how this works, let's just console.log it for now. We console.log I, we console.log whatever character we have at I, we console.log reversed index, and we console.log whatever is the string that has the reversed index. Now we run this simply by saying node script.js. You can also run this in the browser. And then you will now see that in the first iteration we have 0, which is our I. We have the letter T, which is the first letter. We have 24 as our reverse index, and then undefined here. Now this goes all the way down from the front. This is some text string all the way to the back. So here we have it in reversed order. But as you can see, here's a little problem because we have 24 and undefined, which is not what we want. And we would see t and not h here at this point. So there must be a small mistake. And the reason is very simple. When we get the character of a string, it always starts at index 0. Whereas the string.length has the full number of characters. So in this case, we have 24 characters, but our first string starts at string 0. So there's a very simple solution for this. We start at var I equals 1, and we go up until I is smaller or equal than string.length. Let's run this again. And now you can see that we have on the right side our reverse string and all of the characters in the right order, but we have the wrong one here with the left. But it doesn't matter because we don't need this first column. It was just here to show you how this works with the opposite output. So for now, let's just delete these two, run it again, and now we have our reverse string, and we see all of the different index numbers that we need to get each character. Now all we have to do is to our reverse string, we now add the character that's inside of this string at the reverse index. And to show you that this is correct, we just say console.log, and at the end of the loop we print the reverse string. And there it is. This is some text string in reversed order. Now, while this is working, it is not really a reusable solution because we would need to rewrite this loop anytime we want to reverse a text string. So now in the second part, we write a reusable function. So we say a reverse string. And what do we want in here? We basically take all of this and we copy it inside of our function, get rid of this comment and move this one tab inside. So as a parameter in the function, we take a string, and then we need to return our reversed string. And this will work for sure. But what if the parameter that you pass into this function is actually not a string, but let's say a number or an array? Then this function wouldn't run. And what we want to take those cases into account. So we need to make some if conditions in here. And we say if type of, and then our string parameter equals string, and if our string.length is bigger than 0, meaning it's not empty. So you have entered something. If that's the case, all is fine, and then we run our loop. But what if we have a string, but it's empty? That's where we can test when we say we have type of string and string.length equals 0. Well, in that case, we want to write to whoever calls this function, you need to input something. And in every other case, which is basically when type of string is not a string, so it could be an array, it could be a number, we also want to let the person running this function know that you need to enter a string. Let's test it out. We have const some string equals, and then we call our reverse string function, and we enter a string hello world. And then we console.log some string, clear our terminal, and let's run this function. Let's see what we get. And it says that we have a function right here, so we must have made a mistake, which is right here. It's not reverse string, that is our function, but we want to return our reversed string. Run it again, and there we have hello world, but reversed. But what if, for instance, this is not a string, but an array? So we have some array, and this is not a string, but an array that says hello, and then world. And now it should show the console.log that we defined earlier. So now it says you need to enter a string. Great. And the same happens when we have an empty string. So let's say empty string. Then here we just have an empty string with nothing inside. And now we see you need to input something. So that is exactly what we wanted. There you have it, a reusable function that reverses any string. And it also lets you know when you input a different data type, such as an array or a number. If you did find this video helpful, please leave a like and a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials about JavaScript, TypeScript, React and much more. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.